Chief Joseph, the daring escape and unyielding spirit of the Nez Perce dawn breaks over the rolling valleys of the Pacific Northwest, painting the land in gold and green. For centuries, these forests and rivers nourished the Nez Perce people, who called them home. But in 1877, as the shadows of manifest destiny darkened their world, a leader emerged whose wisdom and courage would echo through history. He was Chief Joseph, thunder rolling down from the mountains, a man remembered not only for his brilliance on the battlefield, but for his enduring plea for peace and justice. The looming storm. Broken promises. Born in 1840, Hinma Tuyahlat Kekt, known as Chief Joseph, grew up in the Wallowa Valley of present-day Oregon. Here the Nez Perce flourished, living in harmony with the land and neighboring tribes. But their world was upended as the U.S. government, hungry for land and resources, broke treaty after treaty. In 1873, the Nez Perce were promised they could remain in their homeland, a promise soon revoked when gold was discovered. The new order: relocate to a barren reservation in Idaho or face military force. Joseph was not a man of war by nature. "I am tired of fighting," he would famously declare. But he was also a man of principle. He led his people in peaceful protest, refusing to abandon the graves of their fathers and the rivers that sustained them. When diplomacy failed and violence threatened, Joseph faced an agonizing choice: submit or lead his people on a journey into the unknown. The daring escape, a journey of survival. Rather than walk quietly into exile, Chief Joseph resolved to lead his people, about 750 men, women, and children, toward freedom. Their goal: safety in Canada, beyond the reach of U.S. soldiers. What followed was one of the greatest feats of endurance and tactical genius in American history. For more than 3 months, the Nez Perce crossed over 1,600 miles of rugged mountains, winding rivers, and unforgiving plains. Pursued relentlessly by a U.S. Army force more than twice their number, the Nez Perce outmaneuvered their pursuers again and again. Using the land's contours, Joseph and his war chiefs staged brilliant rearguard actions, protecting the tribe's most vulnerable, women, children, and elders, from harm. Throughout the journey, Joseph balanced the demands of war with a deep commitment to his people's safety and dignity. He forbade the mistreatment of captives and insisted on humane treatment for the wounded, both friend and foe. Wherever possible, he sought negotiation over violence, earning the respect of even his adversaries. 40 miles from freedom, the surrender. After months on the run, crossing Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, evading 5 separate Army columns, the Nez Perce were finally cornered in the freezing winds of northern Montana, just 40 miles from the Canadian border. Exhausted, outnumbered, and starving, with many wounded and dying, Joseph realized further resistance would mean the annihilation of his people. On October 5, 1877, Chief Joseph surrendered. His words, spoken through tears and exhaustion, resound to this day. "Hear me, my chiefs. I am tired. My heart is sick and sad. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever." Even in defeat, Joseph's dignity and humanity shone. Unlike many other leaders, he refused to abandon those too weak to continue, choosing instead to remain with his people, whatever their fate. A voice for justice. Though the U.S. government had promised Joseph and his followers safe return to their homeland, that promise was broken. The Nez Perce were sent first to Kansas, then to Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, where disease and despair took a heavy toll. Joseph, unbowed, became a tireless advocate for his people. He traveled to Washington, D.C., eloquently pleading for their right to return home. "Let me be a free man, free to travel, free to stop, free to work, free to trade where I choose, free to choose my own teachers, free to follow the religion of my fathers, free to talk, think, and act for myself." His words moved the public and even some policymakers, but the government's promises largely went unfulfilled. It was not until his final years that Joseph was allowed to settle on the Colville Reservation in Washington, never again to see the Wallowa Valley he loved. The enduring legacy. Chief Joseph died in 1904, his heart, according to his doctor, broken. Yet his legacy lives on, not only in the annals of history, but in the ongoing struggle for justice and recognition among indigenous peoples. He is remembered as a master strategist, a compassionate leader, and above all, a man of peace whose story transcends the boundaries of time and place. Chief Joseph's journey is a testament to the power of dignity, resilience, and hope, even in the face of overwhelming odds. His words and deeds challenge us to confront injustice and to remember that true leadership is measured not in victories, but in the courage to protect and uplift one's people, no matter the cost.